Hi, my YouTube people. Boy, do we have a juicy reading for you today. Thank you all for being here. If you're new to my channel, I'm Lamarr Townsend. I'm a psychic and energy channeler, a tarot reader, and an astrologer. And in this reading, I will be doing a psychic energy channeling reading on Will Smith after this whole Oscar fiasco that happened tonight. Apparently, I was not watching the Oscars, but of course, I saw it all over my social media, all over my Instagram, all over my YouTube. Will Smith has slapped Chris Rock, I mean. And it's, the drama hurled all over the world. Apparently, Chris Rock made a inappropriate joke about Jada Smith, Will Smith's wife, the woman right here, as you can see in this picture, or here. Chris Rock, a fellow black comedian, made a joke about Jada Smith, Will Smith's wife, about her having alopecia or something like that. And Will Smith apparently did not like that, so Will Smith, strutted himself up on stage and slapped Chris Rock on live television. It kind of reminds me energetically of, and I'm not saying this is the same thing by any means, this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. It kind of reminds me of the Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake situation at the Super Bowl. Or even we could say Kanye West and Taylor Swift. It's these weird moments that happen at award shows that are, apparently unscripted and, drama. So with that being said, we'll be doing a reading on Will Smith in part 1. If Jada, the energy or essence of Jada comes through and Spirit has messages for her or about her, we will get into her energy as well. In part 2, I will be doing an energy psychic channeling reading on Chris Rock. So if you want to see part 2, then definitely hit the join button to become a member of my YouTube channel. Once you hit the join button, you might have to get on a computer or a laptop to see the join button. It should be by the subscribe button, I believe. Pick a tier and you'll have access to part 2 of this video, as well as part 2 of all of the other countless videos I have done over the months and the years. Alright, so with that being said, I also want to let you know, like I said, I'm available for personal readings. Thank you to those who have been keeping me busy throughout the week, the weeks, the weekends, getting readings from me. So if you guys want a reading from me, this is my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. Definitely check out my Twitch, where I do monthly horoscope readings. Of course, subscribe to my YouTube, become a member of my Patreon, and check out my Spotify as well. Also check out the reviews from people who have verified purchase readings from me. And also you can go over here to check out my Facebook and Instagram and follow me there as well. If you would like a reading, you would go directly to the store section, and the store section is where you can view all of the rates, services, and products that I do offer. As you can see, I do birth chart readings, mediumship readings if you want to connect to your ancestors and spirit guides, past life readings if you want to learn about your past lives. I do birth chart readings, psychic phone psychic tarot readings, video recorded psychic tarot readings, email psychic tarot readings. I do spiritual development classes. I do candles, I do astrology classes, I do dream interpretation readings. I do quite a lot, you all. I do tarot classes. I sew washcloths and many different things. Satin washcloths, which are also great. So if you'd be interested in any of these things, then definitely check out my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com once again. So without further ado, let's go ahead and tap into the energy of Will Smith and see what went on, why did this happen, what was going on through his mind. Let's just see what Spirit has to say, okay? Remember, part 2, we will be doing a reading on Chris Rock. If you want to see part 2, become a member of my YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and clear the energies by doing a quick singing bowl. Thank you for cleansing and clearing the energy of this space. Thank you for allowing me to tap into the energy of Will Smith and see what happened with Will Smith. Why did he do what he did to Chris Rock at the Oscars? What is the energy behind this situation? In the name of the Mother, the Daughter, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. Thank you for protecting my energy, my thoughts, my mind, and my emotions, and protecting the energies, thoughts, minds, and emotions of those watching this video. Amen, amen, amen. Some of you have gotten a personal reading from me recently. You guys know I love to do this at the start of the reading to clear the energy. So, all right, let's go ahead and see what is around Will Smith. The what happened with this situation, Spirit? Give us some answers and clarity. The first thing I'm hearing is I was set up. Now what's interesting is it's not clear whether this is coming from Chris Rock's energy or Will Smith's energy, but I'm hearing I was set up, and I'm kind of looking at both of them, or I'm looking from both of their perspectives. So I feel like it's a possibility that either one or both of these two men felt like they were set up in some way. I want to say more so Chris, but I do feel like there's something about Will where, like, if it's not like feeling like he was set up, it's like feeling like he was put in a predicament. It's like they both were kind of put in a predicament, where it's kind of like wrong place, wrong time. Wrong place in terms of Will Smith actually slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars. Wrong time in terms of Chris Rock and his joke. That makes sense. I do think Will is sorry. I think he's more so sorry for, like, the showmanship of what happened. He's more so sorry for the audience, what the audience had to see, what the audience had to endure. I think he's more so looking from the audience's perspective, or his, like, fans' perspective, or, his onlookers' perspective, whatever you want to call them. Like, I think that's most likely what he's sorry for. He is sorry for his decorum. Wouldn't be surprised if maybe, I don't know if he's a drinker. This is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. Wouldn't be surprised if prior to that he maybe had a few glasses of wine or something like that. But if that's the case, he was already agitated about something else, I feel like. And it's almost like I'm drinking the wine, I'm, doing whatever it is, to calm my nerves going into the situation already. So it kind of feels like to me, like the energy I'm picking up is Will Smith didn't even really want to be there at the Oscars. I think he was honored. Once again, it just feels like wrong place, wrong timing. Maybe there was something that happened that day, that week, that was like already like pissing Will off, and it's just like I've already committed to this, so I've got to go to it. I've got to show my face. I've got to do my part. I've just got to do it. So I think Will Smith definitely went into the situation like having this essence of him or energy about him where it's like I'm just not in the mood for games. You know how those days you go into work and, maybe you're someone who's pretty even-tempered for the most part, but, you know how some days we just have that one day where, like, we just kind of wake up on the wrong side of the bed, we're grumpy, maybe we've had a long week, whatever it is, and we go to work, and it's like that one day, I just have to get this one day over, I just have to get this one event over with, and I'm in the clear kind of thing. Like, I feel like that's how Will went into it, and I don't know exactly the energy he was giving off, because, I don't watch the Oscars. I haven't in many years. I don't watch award shows at all. As a matter of fact, the only time I turn my TV on is to play music, Pandora. All right. But I get the energy. I say all that to say I get the energy that Will, if you look at either the pictures or I know sometimes in award shows they'll do like the red carpet like Joan Rivers. Rest in peace to Joan Rivers, by the way. I do miss her. They would do the red carpet, what you're wearing, kind of thing. Like, I feel like if you look back at his interviews on the red carpet that day, or, like stuff leading up to the interview, you can kind of probably sense a tenseness in his energy, or around him. That like there was like something where like he was kind of, it may have been an off day for Will. Period. Like, it may have just been an off day. Even in this picture, you can kind of tell, like, and I think this was a picture that was, like, at the Oscars on the screen here. You can kind of tell, like, he has that face of, like, take this damn picture and go on about your business. Like, that's kind of the face he has, right? So I do get this energy where, like, there's this sense of tenseness coming from Will's energy. and I just feel like he didn't want to be there. Um, it's almost like maybe it would have been better. At least maybe Will maybe looking at it like, like maybe it would have been better if he had had some pre-approval or pre-knowledge of what was going to be said or joked about. Um, I hear wrote the joke, so I do feel like either the whatever joke he said about Jada was a written joke, maybe that like Chris Rock rehearsed, or there was something about that bit he did that included the joke of Jada. There was something written about that whole thing. So I don't know if he was reading from a teleprompter or what. Um, but I don't know. I feel like he was doing a bit. I feel like Chris Rock was doing a bit. He was doing kind of like a comedy bit, a comedy, like a stand up bit kind of thing. I feel like Chris Rock must have something like coming up soon, because it was like a kind of a bit to promote himself, and it's like, you know how these celebrities do, like when they have something coming up, they'll go on an award show, even though they aren't even in the category of nominees, or they, it's like they come on as a presenter, just to like have their face seen, and then a couple months later they have something coming out of their own kind of thing. Like that's kind of what I feel like with Chris Rock. So I do feel like Will Smith most likely will come out with a public apology or a written apology of some sort after this whole fiasco with Chris Rock. I do think we may also see these two men at some point get on screen, get on camera, and talk it out, hash it out, or something like that. And because I see something about two men, two black men, like there's something about that. Maybe that's a part of the conversation that they'll have. I mean, I get the number two, so maybe that will happen around February, which is the second month of the year, or it could be within maybe 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months from now. I get the number two, definitely within 2 years. Um, I do feel like this is just the tip of the iceberg. It's kind of like this whole situation kind of opened up a little bit of a can of worms for Will Smith. So unfortunately, anything else, like that he does hereafter, especially that's like bad, or like how some people are like, Will Smith came in and he had a bad attitude, and it's like like stuff like that. We could hear more about Will Smith, as more of an effort to paint him as the evil, negative person, and like it's kind of like like playing up more on his bad side, because I guess he's more so known as someone who's nice and bubbly and talkative, but it's like it kind of gives me the energy of Ellen DeGeneres. You know how like Ellen plays that role of being nice and kind, but if you go on Google or YouTube, it's like all the times Ellen DeGeneres wasn't nice. All the people that hate Ellen DeGeneres, 10 times Ellen DeGeneres was a bi T word, kind of thing. Like I feel like that's the energy I get for Will Smith. Like we're gonna see people try to paint him in the light of, oh, he's not so nice. Oh, he did this 5 years ago or 10 years ago, or just yesterday, kind of thing. So unfortunately, that he does have that energy kind of lingering for him. Um, I hear put on halt, so it's possible that something that he may have coming out, or he may be filming himself, he may be put on halt. Or not Chris Rock, Will Smith. He also, I get, could be replaced in some way, shape, or form. I'm not sure. We'll have to see how that pans out. But I do hear that. You know, it's probably also not going to be so easy for Will to get. I'll say he may not have the best luck during award season from here on. From here onward. He's really going to have to put in 10 times the work or the effort in order to receive some sort of award or prestigious like ceremony of some sort. You know how some people, it's just like they do such good work, awards are kind of handed to them sometimes. I don't think Will, at least not for, a long while, a while. I think he's going to have to win the favor of the public over again. All right? Because it just left, it's like he slapped him and it probably left a bad taste in Chris's mouth, but it also left a bad taste in the public's mouth in terms of how we see Will Smith. Now it's like the energy of, well, if we see Will Smith across the street and we go up to him, is he going to slap us? Kind of thing. If we piss him off. So, I don't think this is a good thing for Will. I keep getting the number 2. Once again, these next 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, it's going to be a little bit topsy-turvy, turbulent, all right, for Will Smith. So that's kind of what I see for Will Smith. I do hear lawsuits, so there could be some sort of lawsuit that could deal maybe with the Academy or the Oscars in some way, shape, or form. That's what I see about that. Alright, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and get into part 2. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Remember, if you want a personal reading from me, my website is lamarrtownsendtarot.com. The link should be in the description box below, the comment section below, if you're listening or watching on YouTube. Thank you for supporting my channel. I will see you in part 2 of this video where we will do a reading on Chris Rock, or I will see you in your own personal reading. Either way, I'll see you soon. Love and light. God bless. And good luck, Will.